anyone standing out there, you are welcome to come in and stand behind the aldermen in the empty spaces if you choose to.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in. We're going to make an exception for the presentation.
You can come over here. It's awesome. I'm so happy.
Good, thank you.
I'm good.
Sit back there.
Better.
And also,
Okay, can we please stand for a pledge of allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a roll call?
Jacqueline Daniels.
here.
Tyler Kennedy.
Here.
Jalen Daniels.
Present.
Frank Pergola.
Here.
Adam Preston.
Here.
Sean Rallis.
Here.
Rowan Brown. Noah Darrow.
Here.
Patricia De Silva.
Here.
Christopher Rogers.
Here.
Daniel Stahl.
Here.
Carl Williams.
Here.
Lisa Glazer. Here. Ann Lynch.
Present.
Thank you. Quorum is met.
Full vote. Okay. We're going to deviate slightly from the agenda today because the mayor has a presentation he'd like to make. Mr. Mayor? I need a motion to deviate from the agenda.
I will make a motion to deviate from the agenda.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is a special day, and anybody who wants to come in, we got room over here just for this presentation. Please come in and get out from outside, because you definitely can't see or hear anything back there, so come on in.
You guys are allowed to come on in and stand in the back. behind the
Yeah,
wall.
please, all right?
So please come on in.
Come on in.
We're not going to do this too often, so, well, maybe we are, we'll do this every month.
I know. Over there. Shuffle in.
Hello, Andersons.
Hey, Karen. How you doing?
Thank you. Good to see you.
Please come in, because we have room, and you're not going to hear it outside. You got a chair in the front? You can let those beautiful little girls sit on somebody's laps, you know. Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So, unfortunately, it's going to take a little while, but I have to recognize some very special people. That's not unfortunate. So, Women's History Month is an opportunity not only to reflect on the extraordinary women who have shaped our nation's history, but to recognize the women who continue to shape the history of Ansonia. Now, 25 years ago, Nancy Valentine, who was the first mayor of Ansonia, Ruth Feinberg Connors, who was the first school superintendent, female superintendent, Nancy Krupa, who was my aunt, who was 99 years old, was the first president of a labor union in Ansonia, the AC Cook Company. And I don't know if she remembers, but Beverly Tidmarsh, who was the first president of the Board of Education, 25 years ago, was recognized. Do you remember? Yeah. You were right. You got a plaque and you got flowers. I remember. I was there. Do you still have the plaque? Well, we gave her a plaque, right? Anyway, it was my wife's idea. I got to give her credit. 25 years ago, and it was funded by the state of Connecticut as a celebration of excellence award and project. And I'm very proud of her. She was kind enough to recognize people that she knew were outstanding. So, Bev, you're still up, okay? Okay. So, too often, contributions of women have gone unrecognized. I see that. Actually, the chairman of the board of Lockheed Martin, where I used to work, her name was Marilyn Houston. And once in a while, I would talk to her, and Nobody believed I did. And the only reason why I talked to her is because of my personal situation. My brother was killed in a war, so she would write me a note once in a while. But top of the line, you don't get any higher than Lockheed Martin, folks. So wonderful human being. But unfortunately, the names of women like her and like these women we're honoring tonight, they're not etched in history. They're not taught in history books. They're not taught in our classrooms. Women of every race, class, ethnicity have played a transformative role in shaping our country, our city, and our values. Today, women make up more than half of the population and more than half of the nation's workforce and more than half of the college graduates, in case you didn't know that. Yet despite this progress, challenges remain, and women continue to face wage gaps and unequal access to health care. And I'm reminded of that quite often by several young ladies in this room, by the way. My wife, Mrs. Duncan, her daughter, and my daughter who's not here. They have always stood at the heart of our cultural and economic progress through leadership and advocacy, through professional excellence, and through countless unpaid contributions that too often go unseen. So tonight, in celebration of Women's History Month, the first person we want to recognize is Elizabeth Beth Shortle Lynch for her leadership. Okay, so you see what the state gives, right? This is the state. The state has money. This is from Carol Rochelle and George Cabrera, who could not be here tonight, but conveniently dropped it off in my office late this afternoon. So I'm very happy to give you that. And this is what the city, who has significantly less money. Thank you so much, Roy. You're not going anywhere. You're not going.
Wait, look.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let's get a picture. Pretend like we were happy. Stay right there. So Beth has been a steadfast champion of open government, efficient record keeping, always offering kind, honest, and dedicated service to the residents of Ansonia. Her work has strengthened the trust between the city and its people, and her commitment has set a standard of professionalism and integrity. She is also a proud daughter of the beloved Shortle family, carrying forward the values of faith. Shortle, did you hear this? Faith, family, and friends. That's the Matthew Pop Shortle mantra. And she has worked hard, instilled in her, this work has been instilled in her by her parents, Matthew Pop Shortle and Bernice Shortle. Through her generous spirit and her devotion to others, Beth continues their legacy of service to this community. In case you don't know, a lot of you younger people, Pop Shortle, Beth's father, raised thousands and thousands of dollars for the community, for schools, for social events. It was good to everybody in this community, especially good to the Ansonia athletic program. So Beth is part of that legacy. But that's not why you're getting the award. Yeah. Now, therefore, the City of Ansonia extends its deepest appreciation to Elizabeth Beth Lynch Shortle, or Shortle Lynch, for her extraordinary commitment and the lasting impact she has made on our city. Beth, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We all appreciate All right, Diane, I can see you over there. Come on up. I was at an event about 3 weeks ago, and I said, "Where's Diane?" Because everybody was like this. I said, "Diane, you got to get bigger heels." You know, I couldn't find her in the crowd. Anyway, Diane, this is from, I'm going to start in a minute. This is from the General Assembly, from George and what's your name, Carol? Kidding. Carol O'Shea, thanking you for what you've done for us and for our community. And we love you, and we really appreciate it. Right, that goes for all these women here, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's get a picture here. Hold on, hold on.
Over here too.
Let me hear. And then can you go in front of the podium?
Okay, in the front. Oh, yeah.
Your flowers.
One of those is for black.
I got it.
All right, this is a proclamation from yours truly. It just recognizes Diane for everything she does, and we'll talk about her in one second. So you get to hold those. Actually, put those down because you have the flowers. Okay. So tonight, we are very proud to honor Diane Stroming, a woman whose decades of service have strengthened the city of Ansonia in lasting and meaningful ways. As Executive Vice President of Team, wow. Diane's been a driving force behind programs and supports families, expands opportunities, and uplifted those in need. Her leadership has extended across our community through her service on the Boys and Girls Club, the Board of Aldermen, and the Ansonia Board of Education, where her work has improved the quality of life for residents and strengthened our civic foundation. Just as importantly, Diane has remained deeply committed to mentoring our youth. She has shown the next generation what service, leadership, and perseverance truly look like, not only through her words, but through her selfless example. For her extraordinary dedication, selflessness, and her enduring impact on shaping our community, we proudly recognize Diane Stroman with this award. Last but not least, stand next to Diane, unless who's taller.
Short women, but
I'm
achieve
not kidding, I was in the
amazing
center
big
talking about her,
things.
couldn't find her.
Short
Good. So the next person, we have the flowers?
Frank.
Okay, we'll go in the front. Yeah, let's go in the front. Anybody else? Okay, this is from the good people in the State House. Okay. This is for you. We'll set it down here. And this is from the poor people of Ansonia. I'm proud to be mayor. It's a tough year for us. God bless you. We're so very proud of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to read a few words about Mrs. Tidmarsh, who is another outstanding woman in history. Tonight, I'm proud to honor Beverly Tidmarsh for her exceptional dedication to the city of Ansonia. She has served our community with integrity and heart from her work on the Ansonia Board of Education and the School Building Commission, where she championed our students and schools, to her faithful leadership at the First United Methodist Church, where she has supported and uplifted countless families. She served on the Ansonia Board of Education from 2000 to 2017, 7 years as president, and I think as the first female president of the Board of Education. Anybody before you? Doesn't matter, Beth. I don't think so either, honestly. Where's Beth? Okay. As a Justice of the Peace, Bev has carried out her duties with fairness, dignity, and deep respect, helping residents celebrate some of life's most meaningful milestones. Her service, her compassion, and her unwavering commitment have made a lasting impact on our city. She continues to work tirelessly on the School Building Commission, where she is a recognized leader on a Blue Ribbon School Building Commission, and I'm very proud to have her on that commission. Everybody on that commission is top shelf, and she's top of the top. Please join me in recognizing Beverly Tidmarsh for her outstanding contributions and her lifelong devotion to the people of Ansonia. So Elizabeth Lynch, Diane Stroman, and Beverly Tidmarsh embody the strength, resilience, and leadership that have always driven progress in Ansonia. Their contributions remind us that when women rise, our community rises with them. They lift the boat. Tonight we celebrate these three outstanding women, and we commit ourselves to building a city where every woman's hard work is valued, every woman's voice is heard, and every woman's potential is recognized. Thank you, and congratulations to our well-deserved honorees.
Frank, do you want a picture with all three of them?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Do you want me to sit down?
No. Yeah, actually sit over here. You know, the Shortles are all giants.
Maybe you can just stand right in front of the podium. I was just saying, what my photos, I'll send.
Very good closure. One other thing, we actually have flowers for my wife, who, she's not being honored tonight, but we have flowers for her because she recognized Ansonia's Women in History 25 years ago. All right, and when it was brought to my attention, we never did this before, I had to clarify that. So, Paula, thank you. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for putting up with me.
Are we going to go in the recess? Yeah, like a grace. Yes, absolutely. I feel
seasonal and my depression gone instantly. Oh my god.
It's gonna be 60 and rain tomorrow. Like, I don't care. I'm doing all my windows.
You know what, Sean? I'm gonna dance it. That's the kind of energy I need to. I don't want to rain because I have to.
We're going to take a 5-minute break so everybody could get their pictures taken and socialize.
Like, when the snow melts, terrible. It's like, what do I do with this?
Yeah, I got bored, like, you know, videos in my head.
Yeah, no, Windows been open tomorrow too. But
My window's been open all winter.
I have to look at that. It's just those puppies. It's like, it's going nuts.
Hello. Hey, Rowan, how you doing?
Does anybody have gum? Would you care for a slice of gum?
A little. I tried from oil and gas 3 years ago. Like, okay, maybe I'm not out. I've been trying to figure out this year. And the insulation is good for
Jackie.
for the cooling. My central air sucks.
I got
Sure, I didn't want to like run out.
Still broken.
He emailed me things like,
No, but I read the story. I know.
I don't know. But I was like, I don't want to. No.
We're gonna call it.
Which is fine. So we started this so you know how they're
Part of the code.
if I lease out or them, they have to make it up your own share. Right, all those different things. So it's a good kid being grown up.
I just don't understand why we don't.
Which we could.
Hey, Mike. They start filtering back in. I'll bang the guy Don't worry about it.
Send that ratio back. Oh, I think that we would know it, like 2 meetings ago, I think,
So I parked it, you know the lot that says for the city of Worcester, the back one.
Yeah.
I parked in that one.
It's after hours now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say.
You know what?
My friend is sort of from Ansonia, is here from Japan.
Yeah, okay. She has a special song for the ladies we just honored, and I wanted to get.
Okay. Oh, all righty. Jackie. It's to the tune Zippity Doo Dah from the musical Song of the South. Okay. Nancy's already back there. Look at her swaying. All right. Zippity doo dah, hip hip hooray, reminiscing. It's the truth. It's actual. What could be more satisfactual? Zippity doo dah.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting back to order. We got, okay, I'm sorry, we got our consideration of the previous meetings, previous minutes. I may have a motion to accept those minutes.
There are 2 minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
So passed. The public session, the public session, you're going to have to excuse me, too many people here, I got to get used to this. Questions. So, is there anyone from the public who would like to speak at the public session? Well, come on up.
Tonight because I got information that I wanted to share with everybody. It's called the Purple Leash, and it's for domestic violence. And what it is that Purina and Red Rover has joined together. And what it is that for these people to pay for their vet bills when they leave, they also will pay for hotel rooms for the families that are being abused. So I just wanted to bring it to the table for everybody. As I have a copy, I can get more. But I just felt that it was something that I would like to share with everybody in the town, so everybody knew it's available.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Last call. Was there
I presume this is in reference to the presentation of the budget. My comments?
Can you just state your...
Okay, what we've been hearing is that we want to tackle some of these deficiencies, and I'm concerned about one thing. Is this going to be a one-shot thing? I'm concerned that the city could do a little more in terms of synergy with surrounding ed in the last meeting that occurred before the end of the last administration, and perhaps even another municipality in the area. I'm not happy with the cuts that were made in the last budget. For example, cutting sports at junior varsity at the high school, for example, is improved our home. We made changes. We've gone through administrations. From 2001 to 2010, my taxes doubled. And like I said, there are probably handle all our responsibilities with a lot of financial engineering of our own. And we're just concerned that the tax bill that's going to be administered.
Can't give you a definite answer on that. Anyone else would like to get up and address the public?
And it's been very difficult, so I'll talk about it a little bit. Developing this budget has been a major challenge. Upon taking office on December 1st, I quickly discovered 2027 budget season with a built-in budget shortfall estimated by an outside financial consultant at $10.4 million, which is equivalent to approximately 26% of the city total tax levy. So closing a budget gap of this magnitude, Navy sports, I thought it was great. I would love to do that. We're going to try to institute the summer program for the kids. Parade, we instituted that. I'm very short on cash, and I'm trying to establish priorities. But if we can't honor the people that died for this country, there's multi-pronged, multi-shared restore the city's fiscal balance. Cutting spending, doing with things, like I mentioned. It means scouring the budget to do more with less, which we have done, which we are doing. It means creative ways to save money through shared services, and although not popular, it means raising my voice and letting department heads know that I am serious about the city's current budget deficit. They don't like what I'm doing, folks. Sorry, they don't. so I'm kind of unpopular. For you, it's not fun coming here every day telling people that's BS, we need to cut budgets. This also means finding new sources of revenue, increasing existing locally generated revenues. Moreover, we will also be endeavoring to increase Ansonia's revenue from state grants, and we're working with our state legislative delegation, but there's no guarantees. And given the fiscal cliff left to us by the past administration, it means using the limited one-time residual assets that remain in the city's WPCA to help soften the fiscal impact of lowering ourselves down this fiscal cliff over a multi-year period. So to address Mr. Lascari, this isn't a one-time deal. It's got to be a gradual decline and get back to normal. And, we just can't throw all the money at this thing and say, okay, we're done, because next year it's going to be even worse. So we're managing this. The fiscal year 2027 budget I am recommending is an austere spending plan for the coming year. I have recommended city spending next year that is $22,000 less than the approved budget for the current year. I'm also recommending that the locally funded portion of the Board of Education budget be held to a 0% increase for the next year. I know it's difficult, but despite labor contract increases and inflationary increases in a variety of budget areas, it's no small feat. It's required that a small number of positions which are funded in the current year must be eliminated from next year's budget. In other cases, it means that some staff hours will need to be trimmed or moved, and some new department initiatives will need to be tabled for the time being. And all departments will need to carefully scrutinize all their spending to live within the available funding. However, under the recommended budget, all core municipal services which Ansonia relies upon will continue, including public education, public safety, public works, recreation, library, senior center, and the nature center. There are two major revenue lines that were projected in the fiscal year budget right now, which cannot be included in next year's budget. Because these revenues did not exist, the fiscal year 2025-26 budget included a line item under the other category for a fuel cell pilot program, quotes, in the amount of $1.264 million. The other major area titled Use of Future Revenue, which is why I ran, because I smelled a rat with this one, for which the city budgeted $5,250,000 in fiscal year 2025-26. The name of this line item is a misnomer because it really represented one-time funds realized from the sale of city asset, $41 million WPCA in 2024. But now those funds have been fully exhausted and are no longer available to support the city's operating budget. Nevertheless, the city does have some residual funds left from the WPCA prior to its sale, and my budget proposes using $3 million of these residual funds as an operating transfer in from the WPCA fund to support this upcoming budget. The remaining funds in the WPCA fund would be drawn down in incrementally small amounts over the next 3 years in order to avoid creating a large fiscal cliff in the future. And even with the proposed fiscal year 2026-27 budget that is constrained to no net increase, the impact of two large revenue adjustments described above means that property taxes must be adjusted to make up the difference. Under state and local law, the city must present a balanced budget that matches revenues with expenditures. The tax levy needed to balance the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget totals $43,768,570, an increase of $3,972,119, or 9.98%. However, the city did experience an increase in the most recent grand list of approximately 2%, so the actual impact on mill rates is somewhat more modest. Under the fiscal year 2026-27 recommended budget, the city's mill rate for real estate, personal property, and motor vehicles would increase from 28.55 to 30.82, an increase of 2.7 mils or 7.9%. This is the tax increase needed to balance the budget and represents the real impact on Ansonia's home taxpayers, of which I am one, by the way. While this is larger interest than I would ordinarily support, given the fiscal mess left by the past administration and state law, This increase is necessary to restore the city's fiscal balance. The median single-family assessment in Ansonia on the 2025 grand list, median means half the houses are above this amount, half the houses are below this amount, is $186,550. That's not the average, it's the median. One half of single family are below the, I already said this. So this represents the midpoint in assessments. Under the proposed mill rate and based on the median assessment, property taxes next year would be $5,749, which is an increase of $423 per house, per home. I look forward to working with the members of the Board of Aldermen and the members of the Board of Apportionment and Taxation in the coming weeks to explain this budget proposal in more detail and to work together with them and with you to craft a final budget approval plan for 2026-2027. While we face our budget challenges head-on, I know that Ansonia is a caring and resilient community that looks out for one another. We can and will overcome our present budget challenges and move Ansonia confidently into the future. There are several positive signs on the horizon, and I'm convinced that Ansonia's future remains bright, and I will take you there. But we've got to face reality, folks, and I'm sorry that's the way it is. We blew $41 million in the last 3 years by not giving 2-3% tax increases, and now we have a fiscal cliff, and I've got all kinds of experts helping me get through this. So I apologize. I'm getting a big tax increase. I ran for mayor because I'm like you. I'm not too happy. With that, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jauman, do you have anything you'd...
Just a quick report on personnel. We're in the middle of 3 different negotiations. Starting a new negotiation with Public Works, Teamsters Union. Those are all probably going to, we're close to 2. I'm imagining you guys will probably see those in April, possibly May, depending on how the negotiations go, and then Public Works are just getting started. So that's kind of where we are on personnel. Operations, everything's been all budget all the time for the last month or so. So kind of where I am on the report. That's my questions.
Thank you. Superintendent DeBacco.
Thank you for letting me speak. I just wanted to share, due to staff attrition, we did have JV sports and middle school sports. Originally, we weren't going to, but we did bring them back. I'm sorry I was not in the room to honor all 3 ladies that were honored this evening, all well and deserving, and I hope you get all your flowers and all the accolades that you do deserve at this time. I do want to say a special thank you to Mike DeLessio and to Chief Williams. We've had a lot of snow, and opening in our buildings and opening our schools has not been the easiest, but because of our public works and working with our police as well, we drove around the streets together. We wanted to make sure buses could pass through safely. It was not the easiest thing, but we got through it, and once again, much appreciated with everyone's hard work. I did want to share that we did put out a survey to our students and our parents about adding all these days on to the end of the year, and overwhelmingly, parents and faculty answered that they would like us to get out earlier. So we added 2 more days back to our calendar. I'm sure it's not a surprise that they don't want to stay longer in June and not take anything away from April vacation. So this Friday we'll have an early release day. Wednesday and Thursday, these next 2 days are early release, so Friday will be, and also the Friday before Memorial Day weekend is also an early. Normally it was off. Friday of this week was off, so we added those days back. The last day of school would be June 15th. Tentative graduation date, we'll lock that in probably June 13th in the morning. So I do want to thank everyone for that level of support to get through everything. I want to thank our board and also, the city for all the support. But if you have any questions, I'm here, and hopefully it's a little cooler now that everyone left.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor.
I had some remarks, but I had so much to say today, I don't want to keep everybody. I have an extra page of remarks just to things that are going on in the city. But the one thing I want to say is thank you to the Department of Public Works. Those guys worked 30, 35 hours in a huge snowstorm. and all I got was complaints. That's all I got. And Mike, thank you. I know as soon as we got a complaint, you went out and fixed it. I even got a complaint in the middle of a snowstorm. How come they're not, we couldn't keep up with the snow. So, Mike, I know you ate a lot of, and you know, I know what you guys did. Make sure it's,
Ms. Spagnola?
Good evening. I just have one thing to mention. We are approaching our final interviews for the Chief Finance Officer position. We expect to have that wrapped up next week.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Feiner?
Sure. So in my my report I submitted to Beth, as of the end of February, we responded to 144 calls of service. Along with that, I put 6 fires, but I forgot about our 7th. So we had 2 contents fires, 2 vehicle fires, and 3 multi-alarm structure fires, including one that occurred on that day that was -15. We were first on scene at a fire in Derby. Everything froze. We had no injuries from that. So while I'm here, Mr. President, Board of Aldermen, Mr. Mayor, I've asked for a few moments this evening to address statements made during the last public session regarding both my leadership and the operations of the Ansonia Fire Department. I welcome discussion, I welcome scrutiny. What I cannot allow is misinformation to go unanswered. There was discussion about supporting a centralized firehouse while opposing the reduction of firehouses in Ansonia. Those two positions are directly connected. Consolidation and centralization are strategic decisions based on staffing realities and long-term sustainability. You cannot build a centralized model while simultaneously maintaining facilities that do not have manpower to operate safely. It was stated that I have done away with fire service on the west side. That is incorrect. And you will see in an attached report, the Ansonia Fire Department's response times are below the New Haven County average. Furthermore, during a recent vehicle fire on the west side, our members arrived quickly and brought the fire under control without delay. Fire protection on the west side continues. The apparatus may respond from different locations, but the trucks all say Ansonia Fire Department, and they always have. It was suggested the decision was made on the whim of a small group. The only accurate part of that statement is that we are operating with a small group. We currently have 42 interior firefighters. On January 1st, 2026, one West Side company had 3 interior members and the other had 2. Those numbers are not sustainable, and more importantly, they are not safe for the residents or our firefighters. These decisions were not emotional. They were data-driven and safety-driven. It was also mentioned that I live in Seymour and am a member of the Seymour Fire Department. Yes, I reside in Seymour, and due to family circumstances involving my aging mother and my wheelchair-bound son, I needed housing that could accommodate those needs. My commitment to the city has not changed. As for the Seymour Fire Department, I joined this to spend time with my son who participates in their junior program. If anything, I have encouraged training and development initiatives that are similar to what we have built here. There was discussion regarding hydrants and storm operations. During standby, we operated with 3-person crews to maintain fire protection coverage. The city paid for fire protection during those storms, and that service was delivered. Clearing all 486 hydrants in the city in an estimated 20 minutes per hydrant would require approximately 486 manpower hours. Operational decisions during the storms are made based on life safety priorities and available resources. We have addressed hydrant mapping by installing GPS-equipped computers in every apparatus to ensure rapid hydrant location even where markers may be damaged. It was suggested that insurance rates would increase based on hydrant distances. Hydrant placement is not determined by the fire department, nor have I relocated any hydrants. Insurance ratings are based on multiple factors, including response capability, water supply, and staffing. Finally, it was implied that I am attempting to force the city into becoming a paid department. That is not accurate. We operate this department for $431,000 annually. The closest comparable paid department operates with a multi-million-dollar budget and significantly less staffing levels than we have. Our volunteer members dedicate countless hours to maintain service levels. We have invested heavily in our junior firefighter program and recruitment efforts to combat the nationwide 66% decline in volunteer firefighters over the last 15 years. We are not abandoning volunteer service. We are fighting to preserve it. When aldermen speak to residents on the west side and hear concerns about fire protection, I understand those concerns. The residents should know they have always been protected by the Ansonia Fire Department, not by one side or the other. And if recruitment is part of the concern, I would gladly provide applications to anyone willing to help strengthen our ranks. My decisions are not political, they are operational. They are based on safety, staffing realities, and fiscal responsibility. I stand behind my department and the men and women who serve this department. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
Point of clarification, if I can do through the chair, to you, Jake. I just wanted to highlight how many youth do we have in that program?
14. Last year we had 0.
Oh.
Wow. Caroline?
Thank you. From the Office of the Corporation Counsel, I don't have a whole lot to report tonight. We're getting a handle on the cases in court, out of court. We have some at the appellate court concerning the city. We're working on updating and doing another ethics presentation for the employees of the city of Ansonia. And other than that, that's all I would want to report tonight, except that I do want to congratulate all the women that were honored tonight. I think that is really, really wonderful. And to all the women doing great work in the city of Ansonia, congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief Williams.
Good evening. I'm going to keep it short tonight. I usually go too long. That just added a couple of minutes. First off, to all the ladies who are honored tonight, thank you very much. I've worked with all of you in one facet or another for several decades. We're all in our 40s, but so congratulations again. Just a quick update on personnel. I just want to let you know that in working with the mayor's office, we were able to find 2 candidates for law enforcement officers. The mayor has approved them, and they're starting the academy in April, and we have 2 coming out of the academy in April. So we're hoping that that helps out. We do still have 5 open positions, so we are still in the process of hiring. Again, as I say at every meeting, if anybody knows anybody, send them my way. We still have a couple of people out, a supervisor that's out on a long-term injury, but he's getting better, and we expect him back shortly, so I'm hoping to have better news on that. The budget, Mayor gave you, we've been working with the mayor's office. We also had our first meeting with some members of the committees, so we'll continue with that. I understand it's a balance between public safety and budgeting, so I understand that, so we're working with the mayor's office. This week on Thursday, our accreditation committee will be going up to the Post Council, which is the Police Officer Standards Training Council, to receive our Tier 2 certification. And they already started working on Tier 3, which is the final tier of the accreditation process that's mandated by the state. I don't want to talk about winter parking anymore. It's 70 degrees today. I think we're all done with winter. I think we can all agree that we'd like it to leave now. So I do want to thank Public Works for their help with the storms. We did have 2 full parking bans that took effect. That was the first parking bans in the last 5 years. So I just want to let you know, we did have 2 full ones. We coordinated that with Public Works. Unfortunately, we did have to tow approximately 100 vehicles due to the ban, but I can tell you, and many of you have already talked to me about it, that the officers were out there trying to get as many cars moved without towing them. I'm sorry again, as I said, the last meeting, if they woke any of you up with the loudspeaker, but it did get some of the cars moved. Last week I met with the Army Corps of Engineers to discuss our current levy system. This is just a biannual review that they have to do. So they've come down, we had meetings with them, and they're going to continue their review, and they'll let us know of any recommendations. Mike, those will be coming your way when they come out. I want to update you on just a couple of things involved in vehicles. One, you may have read in the paper, one of our cruisers was involved in a motor vehicle accident on Elm Street. Luckily, the officer was not in the car. They were investigating a motor vehicle accident when a DUI driver came down and slammed into the back of the cruiser. crew sustained damage. The person fled from the accident, but they were able to locate the person, take them into custody on the DUI charge. They were found to have a loaded firearm with them, so there were additional charges at the time. No officers at least were injured in that accident. The cruiser can be fixed. Last, I wanted to just talk about, you all probably saw over the weekend, we had a pretty violent accident on Pershing and Division, which was actually a continuation of an accident from another accident that had actually occurred on Bridge Street behind Target. So all those people survived the accident. One is in critical. They are still in the hospital. Detectives are still investigating that. I want to thank the fire department. I know that Jay and I have had some conversations recently. The fire department works very well with this police department. They do a great job with this police department, and they respond as quickly as I've seen in any of the years that I've worked here. So while their numbers may be down, their enthusiasm is not. They still show up whenever they're called. So I just wanted to let you know that they were out there with us within minutes of that accident. So if you have any questions, I'm here. I can try and answer.
And point of information through the chair to Chief Williams. Thank you, Chief Williams. Any updates on the speed cameras?
Yeah, so I was actually just having a conversation with Attorney Androwski. So the city ordinance and the contract are under review due to some other things that came up over the last month. They haven't been completed yet. I'm really hoping to have at least the whole process laid out in front of you at the next meeting. Attorney Androwski and I are going to sit down in the near future and go over that ordinance. I will tell you that one of the locations is Pershing Drive that we're targeting. Obviously, we've had some major accidents on that street. Speed has been a factor in several of them. So that's where we are with that. I did speak with a representative actually this morning, so he's willing to make a presentation just to get everybody else back up to speed, and then he'll make a presentation to this board.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Anything else?
Thank you, Chief.
Mr. President, may I?
Sure.
There's a FOIA training that has been scheduled. I know you'll all be getting more information, but it's scheduled for March 30th. There'll be one during the day for employees and then one in the evening for elected officials. So,
All on the 30th?
6 p.m.? 3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
At this time, I'd like to give Alderwoman Glazer the floor.
There you go. Mr. Mayor, President Bergola, members of the Board of Aldermen, and members of the community. I just wanted to take a minute to address, again, some comments that were made at our regular meeting the last month. Thank you, Chief Minor, for addressing those comments, so I didn't need to. But I'd like to clear up a few things as well. Please know that my silence during that meeting was not because I agreed with what was being said, but in fact, it was incredibly difficult for me to stay quiet. I was trying to follow the rules that govern this body, and I didn't want to interrupt anybody. My goal has always been and will always be to do what's best for our community, and as the fire chair, to ensure that our firemen not only receive the support that they need, but the respect that they deserve. This is the purpose of my time here tonight. I want to thank the men and women who volunteer to serve our community, especially the fire chiefs. Our chiefs bring many years, often decades, of experience, training, and on-the-ground firefighting knowledge to their roles. The time they have invested in learning their craft, responding to emergency, and developing leadership skills that allows them to make critical decisions that keep both residents and firefighters safe. That kind of judgment only comes from years of experience, countless hours of training, and deep understanding of the risks involved. Just as importantly, the chiefs carry the responsibility of ensuring that the firefighters operating under their command get the training that they need so everybody can go home safely. I grew up in a fire family. I watched my big brother, who became a volunteer firefighter at a very early age. I watched him years later become chief. I knew that being a part of the AFD was a part of who he was, and I saw firsthand how much commitment it took. Now, as chair of the Fire Commission, I have a whole new perspective. The time, the dedication, and the sacrifice it takes all of our chiefs to run this department as effectively as they do is nothing short of amazing.
I also want to address a reference that was made about my late brother and the suggestion that he would be disgusted on how the department is being run. Rich is the reason I chose to become involved in any of our community and politics and fire commissions. He served our fire department and public works in this community for close to 3 decades with pride. His legacy should be remembered with respect and not used as a discussion or debate. And by the way, I believe he would be extremely proud of the Ansonia Fire Department. At the end of the day, the people who volunteer to protect this community deserve our respect, our support, and our gratitude. Thank you, Fire Chiefs.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. The public official session is closed. On to the financial reports. Let me see. May I have a motion to accept reports from the finance boat and request for refunds?
I'll make the motion.
May I have a second? I'm sorry, who seconded? Jalen seconded. Any discussion? Yeah, the total is $8,626.87. Any discussion? No? Okay, next we have accidents and claims. I got it right here. Oh, sorry. May I have a motion to accept the monthly reports from the various committees?
Motion to accept the reports?
Yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the reports.
May I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Claims. We have one claim for $197.50 from a damaged wheel/rim. May I have a motion to pay that claim?
Motion to pay the claim 1086 to Arthur Evans for tire damage, which he provided the pictures as well of the tire damage as well. It was extensive.
May I have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion? Then
The
we-
tire damage was extensive, and we did get a photo of that as well. So that's why it's in the affirmative.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we have another one for a, yes, we have another claim that's concerning a food allergy, and I think we should just refer that to corporate counsel.
I'll make a motion to forward that to corporate counsel.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
You want to abstain, Rowan?
Yes.
One abstention. Next, communications. We have a communication from Superintendent DeLacio concerning the repair and or replacement of the scale. Now, Mike's here, right? Oh, Mike, there you are. I think we just have,
clarification with the 3 bids that I got on the scale.
Make a motion to accept the communication with discussion.
I think he's gonna go over the bid for us.
We have 3 bids on the scale, which is referendum money that we voted for, that was approved. It's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive one, but it's advanced scale. They're one of the biggest companies around. It's this action scale we have and this able scale, which we have right now. It was built in the 70s. To rebuild them the way they want to build them, they have to take the top off, rebuild the tiers, put the concrete the way it was. But the problem is there's 2 manholes in it. It's a lot of maintenance. You got to go down in the holes every few weeks, suck some of the water out. Use a vacuum truck to take the debris out. With this new scale system, which all the landfills are using, construction companies are using them, the trucks go way over, right over the top of it. So as you're on the scale, there's an intercom. We're putting a traffic light up so that once you're approved, you're weighed, you get off the scale, you dump your load, you come back, and then they pull off the scale. And it's like almost a lifetime unit. They do everything from soup to nuts. The only thing in here that we might do ourselves is to try to save $18,000 is rip the top part off of it. So it won't be the 114, it'll be under what we're budgeted. But in the meantime, I just wanted to get the whole total amount, just in case we have problems that we couldn't done it, but I know we could.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If we do the demo, is there any change in warranty?
No.
Or the way that they install?
Not at all.
Everything remains the same?
Yep.
No finger pointing, it was them?
No.
Okay.
So we could jackhammer the top off, the steel that's in there, we'll scrap, get money for the steel, smash up the concrete, throw it in a hole, and then we have to fill it with gravel. So it'll be a little charge. We're gonna need 4 or 5 tracks of gravel.
But it won't be $18,000?
But it won't be 18. We should be able to save at least 15. Yep.
How installation on Advance and the other one? What's the
Advanced,
installation time?
they can do it in a week, they said, but once they have to order it. It takes about 2 months to get it in. Once it's in, it takes about a week to 10 days, soup to nuts. The other companies takes months. They got out, they got to pour concrete piers, put new gravel, and the way they do it, they have another company that comes in and does a computer system, so they don't do the whole shop. They have another company come in, they run the conduit, they put the computers, so if one of them does something wrong, we're going to be sitting there for a while arguing over.
And that's the old system.
That's the
hydraulics.
right, the old
Which ends
system.
up having water issues because it's
Right, and then you know, we got to put the vacuum, we got to suck out the inside of it. Plus, there's a liabilities. We got to go down in there sometimes, so it's not good for the men to go down there. I used to do it years ago, and it's no fun. You're down in a hole, dark in there. You know, you're shoveling up sand. But this new style one is they're all using it. If you go to Burns Construction, all these construction companies are using it now.
So it brings us into the 21st century.
21st century. Yep.
Now,
Yes.
when could we start it? How soon?
Well,
would
as
you
soon as you give me the okay, I can call them tomorrow, and we can get moving on it. Get it by the spring, maybe, you know, which will be good because right now, with the weather today, the dump was crazy. People coming in with brush, and we should be able to get on there and start charging them for the demolition and, you know, the debris besides rubbish, just to break even, try to keep the taxes down, you know. You know, a lot of people coming in there, and if they can just dump, they know they can dump for free. They're all coming from all over. We got to check their licenses and
How will people pay their fee? Will you accept
credit card. Yep, credit card machine. They come in. Yep, credit card only. Yeah, no more cash, no checks. They were bouncing checks at one time, and then we had a problem years ago with cash. I mean, I won't bring that up, but the credit card's the best way to go.
Have you looked at fees, though, that credit cards?
Yeah, finance had a handle on that. I'm not sure what it is. I could look into it.
Because the fees are just...
And some of them, yes, we just add that to the cost.
So that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so they're paying the cost.
And Mike, do we have funds available for this?
Yes, we have 100,000 already in there.
100,000?
Yeah, so the 14, we have money left over from one of our truck lines. We purchased some new trucks. There's a little money there we could switch over if we had to, but I'm hoping that we do the demolition and we're going to save at least 15.
96 after that, right?
Yeah.
And you feel comfortable with you being able to...
Oh, yeah, no problem. I mean, I talked to our guys, you know,
So
Jason's looking at that. and all.
have you figured out a fee, a scale fee?
We're gonna work on that. Right now, we had a tonnage price, but we've been discussing it. Well, actually, I'll bring that up to you guys. We should increase it a little bit so we make a little revenue instead of just covering cost. Some transfer stations are charging $140 a ton. We're charging 100. You know, if you went to Oak Ridge and Shelton, they're charging 140. So if they're paying it over there, I mean, a lot of residents won't care. You're coming in with a half a ton. You know, the contractors are the ones that were coming in with heavy loads, and we haven't been taking them in. We saved almost $30,000 over the last 3.5 months of disposal fees because of that, which is helping us with our budget right now. As you know, we're between the snow we had and the overtime and the salt, we're way over. Our truck repairs, this is the first time that I can remember. This is my 9th year doing public works, and we never went over before like this, you know. But the whole state did. Derby, Seymour, I talked to all the guys, and they're all, you know, Hamden. Actually, we got to bring some salt back to Hamden. They just borrow it. So our salt's coming in. We'll bring it back to Hamden, and they're in the same boat. They're looking for the state to give them a hand.
Right, do Derby and Seymour charge for their scale?
Seymour does. Derby, they have an outside concern. They run it for them.
Okay.
And they charge accordingly, and they do it for a fee for the city of Derby. They don't handle it no more. But Seymour does. And even us, I want to be able to put a big garbage chute with a tractor trailer instead of using all the dumpsters we're using. It's a little more efficient, you know, when it's less cost to us, and you don't have the animals floating around at night eating into the garbage cans.
How fast can you get the actual quote?
On this area,
Yeah,
I'm going to call them tomorrow.
The demo taken off.
Oh, I mean, right away he'll take it off. If I do it, he could redo it. So we'll be under 100. We have the 100. Actually, we have, like I said, more money in the lines. We had truck line, we had a roadside line. We were under budget on all 3 items, except for the roadside. We had to borrow $6,500 from one line. I think there's like 40 left on a truck line.
Mike, do you want to talk about the snow plowing and the fact that we were plowing on Martin Luther King Day, Sundays?
Yeah, all our storms, as you know, weekends. Sundays were double time, Saturdays, you know, time and a half. We were out there for, I mean, the guys, I commend them, they did a great job. I mean, every day we were out there. They were around the clock.
It cost us how much money? A couple $100,000?
It was almost 200, yeah, between salt and
Well, people to know that.
yeah.
OT, right?
And with the OT and also truck repairs. Our truck line is right now 0. So our big trucks went down. I mean, the more miles you put on a truck, the more plowing, the more repairs. Blades, you know, everything. And the guys were, even myself, I was tired. I mean, you're out there, you just get done with, after 36 hours of plowing, you get one day off and all of a sudden you're cleaning Main Street or you're moving piles in the street.
Yeah.
You know, so this was a really busy winter, and the guys did tremendous.
Businesses on Main Street reach out to me personally to say how thrilled they were.
Yeah, it's always good. You know, people get out of their cars and not trip over snowbanks, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike, one question.
Sure.
I don't see, is there a service contract involved in this?
No service contract. I mean,
So if something breaks?
what they said, they guarantee, I forgot how long they guarantee the mechanisms for. Yeah.
But that's soup to nuts?
Oh yeah, he told me anything that breaks we'll repair. I mean, except for damage that we occurred, like if a truck bent a rail or anything that's in there, mechanicalism, they'll repair.
Okay.
I mean, I could get them to give me an updated one, but more language, so I can bring it back to you guys.
That would be appreciated.
Yeah.
If you're able to vote on this tonight and get this approved, when could this be up and running, by June, you figure?
Oh yeah, I would say for sure. I'll call them. Yeah, I'll call them tomorrow anyways, just to see.
And then we can
Without
start
the-
getting some revenue in from here.
Oh,
to help us.
summer's coming, and yeah, if we have somebody coming in, we're paying 95 to get rid of it. We can make 30 a ton or 40 a ton. You'll see the decrease dramatically. I mean, as you know, you're there a lot. You see what's going on. It's the leaves, the brush. Contractors coming in. We're pulling the leaves out, and we're going to cut that all down also. You know, so if we can get all that cut down, we'll see a big savings. I'm thinking. I don't want to say, but a good amount of money.
Yeah. One other question. Will this involve a new layout of the transfer station?
Same thing.
Same?
It's a little longer because there's an approach on the front and the back side of it. So when you come into where the scale is now, you're going to be getting onto it like 10 feet before. There's a little bit of ramp and then 10 feet after. It's a little longer, but it's the same size scale. And as you get on, you stop, there's a traffic light. They'll have red light, a green light, and the intercom, you can talk to the resident right through the window. Tell them, okay, proceed, and it'll be somebody out there showing them where to dump, you know. We needed to upgrade this a long time ago, you know.
Well, the sooner we get the scale going,
The sooner we make money.
right, it's a money generator.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the
Advance.
scale bid.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any discussion?
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Okay, so moved. Thanks, Mike. We have some resignations. And we have Mess. Michael McCallick, pardon my mispronunciation, from Wetlands. Charlene Colucci from Economic Development. And Joan Lawler from the Commission of Elderly Services. Can I have a motion?
Motion to accept the resignations and send a letter of thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. So passed. Next, appointments.
Mayor's letter of appointment. Pursuant to my powers under the city charter and code, I hereby submit the following appointments. Charter Revision Commission. Larry Gibson, 16 Arbor Terrace, Ansonia. An appointment term to expire 11/30/27.
I'm making a motion to approve Mary Gibson.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Bruce Goldson Jr., 160 Beaver Street, Ansonia. An appointment with a term to expire 11/30/27.
Motion to approve. I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Frank Halpin, Ford Road, Ansonia. Appointment term to expire 11/30/27.
Motion to approve.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Daniel Kershaw, 59 Benn Street, Ansonia. Appointment with a term to expire 11/30/27.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Eileen Krugel, 36 Cedar Street, Ansonia. An appointment with a term to expire 11/30/27.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Christopher Lisi, 13 Hull Street, Ansonia. An appointment term to expire 11/30/27.
I'll make a motion to approve, Chris.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Elizabeth S. Lynch, 63 Franklin Street, Ansonia.
I make a motion. I don't know about this one.
It's quite all right.
We need second. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Denise Matisovich, Prospect Street. Appointment with a term to expire 11/30/27.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Frank Pergola, 13 Mulford Street, Ansonia. Appointment with a term to expire 11/30/27.
Make a motion.
We sure?
I'll second.
Can I say all in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Javier Varas, 20 Clarkson Street, Ansonia. Appointment term to expire 11/30/27.
I motion.
Second.
Get it in there, Jack.
Brewing? You want to do Karen?
No, the other two, I'm just like, we've already talked about that. The two they're gonna do for example, with that.
Okay. I guess I took my, go ahead. I took my notes wrong last night, sorry.
Commission for Elderly Services, Karen Reynolds, 22 Mountain View Road, Ansonia, replacing Joan Lawler, term to expire 12/31/27.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Economic Development Commission, Karen Reynolds, 22 Mountain View Road, Ansonia, 2-year appointment, expires 11/30/27.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved.
Paul Sardo, 30 Hull Street, Ansonia, 3-year appointment, term to expire 11/30/28.
Motion to accept?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, we have no resolutions or ordinances. Is there any new business? And we have no old business, no executive session. May I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, well, you're looking at me now.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Good question there. Good question on the liability clause. We are. At first I was concerned. Because I didn't know. I was like, boy, they're really good. They're really
Thank you, Chris. It's my cheat sheet.
Oh, we don't know about it.
Well, when I gotta tell you something,